Okay, this is example 103 right here. Find the Kb of a weak acid, and that gives, of a weak base right here, C5H5N. Here's my balanced equation. When in doubt, react with water. It's a proton acceptor, and I get some OH minus right here. It tells me it's 0.15 molar to start with, and it tells me the pH is 11.5, from which I could use the pH squared to find the pOH to be 2.5, and I could do the 10 to the negative 2.5 to get my concentration of OH minus. This is at equilibrium, and so my OH minus is 0.00316 right here. Since it's a 1-to-1 ratio right here, it's also 0.00316 right here, which means I added 0.00316, and I added 0.00316 right here, starting with 0 and 0, which means I lost 0.00316 over here. When I do this subtraction, I end up with a number very close to 0.15. It's actually 0.1468 right here for my equilibrium concentration of the base and of my conjugate acid and OH minus. To find the Kb then, I would take my products, so 0.00316 squared divided by my reactant, which is 0.1468. Dividing those, I end up with a Kb of 6.8 times 10 to the negative fifth. This is my experimental value, because it says a student did the experiment or conducted an experiment. Now, to find my percent error, I would need to know what the Kb is from a place like Appendix D. And it says use Appendix D to determine the percent error. And when I look this up, my accepted value, remember it's always accepted minus experimental in absolute values divided by accepted times 100%. And the accepted value is 1.7 times 10 to the negative ninth minus the experimental, which is 6.8 times 10 to the negative fifth, absolute value that, and then divided by the accepted, which is 1.7 times 10 to the negative ninth, times 100, and then put the percent sign on there. And when I do this, it turns out to be a gigantic number. It's like 4 times 10 to the sixth, like 4 million % error or something like that. I guess it was kind of poorly conducted. But that's just what happens when you use the K's as the percent error piece. I think that got you at least a way or through the problem and with the formulas. Good luck.